I first worked for the Royal Court in, I think, 1982 with a play which is now a fantastic classic called Top Girls. So, it was a good start to our relationship. And I mean, absolutely, hugely influential on me, pivotal really. But also, as a play, and this is typical of the court, it's gone on to influence so many people. It's gone on to the school syllabus. It's had a very far-reaching effect. So that was the beginning, and I think I've worked here 4 times, and I think each with a different artistic director. I can't really overstate the effect it's had on me, and it's very hard to talk about the Royal Court without going on about the effect it's had on my work in the theatre. It's been huge, really. It was the beginning of learning at a very profound level what writing for the theatre is about and how to work on a play. And each play I've done for the court has been a new play, and that's meant that I think that it's meant that I've gone on to do a lot of new plays, and that's been something that's meant an enormous amount to me. And I think particularly that first time here working on Top Girls with a writer like Carol Churchill and a director like Max Stafford Clark, it taught me so much. It taught me to begin to think, and I hope that because of that and my excitement about doing new plays has meant that in some small way it's fitted me to work on plays, to work with writers, and therefore it's what theatre should be and the art should be: truly collaborative, circular. You do something, if something passes through you, you put it back in. And I think that first experience was really formative. Blasted, Jerusalem, they stick in the mind because they've gone on to have such a huge impact. And I think often plays need to take risks, and they need to demand something of an audience. And sometimes that demand means making an audience feel less comfortable than they did when they came in. Not that theatre is about punishing an audience, but to really make people think about the world we live in. And contemporary writing needs to do that. It needs to keep doing that. And it's still doing that, and I think it's doing that very successfully. Theatre has been around for a really long time, so I'm sure the Royal Court will be here in 60 years' time. And I do think that because of its evolution thus far, that it will continue to evolve like that and be modern in a rapidly changing world and keep pace with it. And otherwise, what will it be saying? And then, of course, quite rightly, every so often, it claims the right to look back and do a play either celebrating a writer. I'm thinking of Krapp's Last Tape, which actually had a performance by Harold Pinter in his own play, and I think it's good. It's good for the building itself, and it's good for audiences to remember what a huge influence writers have, even after they've gone. So I think in a writer's theatre, looking back occasionally is as important as being in the present and taking care of the writers that we need so badly for the future.